welcome to today's Tuesday Times Roundtable, our first in-person Tuesday Times Roundtable of the spring semester. Today is a very special one because we have Fostering a Sustainable Campus with the Office of Sustainability. Thank you for being here with us. My name is Janeri Mendoza Farjon, and I'm the Senior Program Coordinator at the Office of Global Learning Initiatives here at FIU. And the Tuesday Times Roundtable are our flagship discussion series that they serve to talk about global trends and issues. You may find more information about TTR by going to go.fiu.edu/TTR. Also, as a reminder, our transformation contest deadline has been extended until February 7th. This is a wonderful experience for students to win a trip to Washington, D.C., and we actually have an awardee from last year in here. Wonderful. Not to put you in the spot, Sophia. But you are able to share a transformative experience, intercultural experience, or international experience that you had, and kind of express it in a creative way and have a chance to win a trip to Washington, D.C. with FIU. Okay, and every TTR is linked to the New York Times article, just to continue the discussion. So today's article, it is, you may find it at go.fiu.edu/TTR0204. And this is because FIU provides access to everyone with an FIU email address to the New York Times. So you may activate your account by going to accessnyt.com. Okay, also today's Tuesday Times Roundtable is linked to SDG number 12. So SDG number 12 is about responsible consumption and production. And if you would like to learn more about the SDG, including the target, the indicators, and the goal progress, you may go to go.fiu.edu/SDG. All right, and now it is my great pleasure to introduce today's moderator for the Tuesday Times Roundtable, Lissette Hernandez. She is the Director of the Sustainability and Physical Plan at the Department of Parking and Sustainability and Transportation. Lissette is a double Panther, an alumni who also works at FIU. She has led the Office of Sustainability since 2018. And during that time, she has overseen many initiatives across the FIU community that had helped the university lessen its environmental impact. Welcome, everyone, and welcome also to our panelists today.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome for being here today and joining us for this presentation. Thank you to Global Learning as well for the invite. We love to talk about us and what do we do. So we hope that you enjoy it as well as we do all the work that we have done for the university. Today we'll be discussing ways to reduce single plastic waste and giving an overview of FIU campus sustainability initiatives. And with us today, we have Connie and Desiree.
I'm Desiree Hernandez, the Office of Sustainability Program Manager.
And Jasmine.
And I'm Jasmine Taylor. I'm the Sustainability Program Assistant.
And one of our helpers is actually Adrian Munoz, which will be helping out, passing some giveaways that we have throughout the day today. So what is sustainability? Let's start with that. What does sustainability means to you guys? Anyone? Any definition or anything that you could say? What does it mean to you? Yes.
I come from a business background. I think sustainability for me is everlasting. I think that's something that resonates with sustainability, making sure that it's going to last for a long period of time. So that's what I imagine sustainability means.
Okay. Anyone else?
Having systems that focus on long-term effects and integrating policies that will make sure that and making sure that you have those policies implement over a period of time.
Okay. Adrian? To him as well. Anybody else? So it also meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. as you see, there are many definitions on sustainability, but we ultimately have one goal in mind: balancing the effects or the different aspects to ensure long-term environmental, social, and economic health. Let's talk about the article that we choose for to start the presentation today: the 12 ways to break up a single-use plastics. These are some points that you could follow throughout your day-to-day routine, your life, right, to be able to improve your sustainability efforts. One is focus on one routine, then move to another. Change a habit that allows you to reduce those single plastic use that you normally do on a daily basis, right? Using a water bottle, refillable water bottle is a great example, instead of having to buy the small ones and having to toss them away, right? Number 2, reuse, don't rebuy. Another good example, the bottle, maybe some straws that you can move away from and have them in your wallets or in your purses to carry them around. Consider it if you need it. Sometimes taking the extra time to consider the purchase may help you make a decision instead of just buying it ahead, with an impulse. You ask yourself, do I really need to buy this at this point in time? And at the same time, you might be saving some money as well. Group your purchases. How many of you use Amazon for your purchases on a daily basis or a weekly basis, right? Okay. Drop them in the cart and make your purchase once a week and make them all delivered at the same time. That is a big step towards the CO2 emissions out there, right? So reducing them, and you get all the purchases at once. And sometimes we need them right away, but if we make the effort and we plan ahead, we can make those purchases at the same time. Cook more, ordering less. Does anyone here cook? Okay, that's good. I thought I was gonna have less people, but if you guys use the 8th kitchen, campus kitchen, we'll have some pointers later on so you guys can learn how to use those to your benefit. Pack a shopping bag. You saw the ones that we had around or given away. We'll have some towards the end as well, so you could take. But pack them so like that you don't have to use those plastic bags that give at the store, right? Go bulk and refillable. Your shampoos, your conditioners, sometimes it's best to buy them bigger size. It will last you longer, but at the same time, it allows you to not use those many plastic bottles. Try solid and powder versions of the liquids. Brew coffee and tea at home, and reuse your stainless steel bottles to bring them to work instead of having to use those plastic or those paper cups, even though they're allowable to decompose, but is a money that you're saving as well as reusing some products. Pack a to-go mug and water bottle. Again, is easier and more sustainable. Quit or cut back on smoking. I'll leave that one at Dan. And maintain perspective to the ultimate goal, right? And as we mentioned, we know what the ultimate goal is, right? Be a little more sustainable.
By this time, you may be asking yourself, what can I do to help? Be the change you wish to see in the world. Once you start taking actions, others will be inspired. You will be leading by example. So let's review the 4 R's. They are refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we'll start off with refuse. Practice mindful consumption. So as you can see, it's different giveaways. There's a lot of events on campus that give out giveaways. We ask you to be mindful. When you go to these big events like First Night or Week of Welcome, that they have a lot of giveaways, to think about maybe only taking the ones that you need. You could even set a limit for yourself beforehand, such as, I will only take 2 giveaways from this event.
Okay, so as Jasmine was mentioning, we're talking about the 4 Rs. The fifth one's my favorite. We'll talk about that later. But the refuse, reuse, reduce, recycle. With refusing, one of the, we're talking about the bags. How many of you make the cute little recycling bundles that you take your single-use plastic bag and you put all your recycling in it, you put it tie it in a little cute bow, and then you throw it in the recycling? Anybody guilty of that? I was too, until I took a tour of a recycling facility. And so this video is going to explain why not all plastics are recyclable, but especially let's try not to recycle those single-use plastics. And please start the video.
Sounds like a very efficient system for creating a near-zero waste stream, but simple plastic bags can get in the way.
Plastic film and plastic bags are different from other plastics because they are very flexible. When they enter the system, they're very difficult to deal with. They wrap around all of the shafts. When they wrap around the system, they start to close the gaps in the system, which are used to sort out different sizes of material, and starts causing materials to go where they're not supposed to be. As the holes start to close up in the screens, we start to get more containers that flow into the paper because the holes are smaller, they can't fall through. They start to ride into the paper, and we physically have to pick those out of the paper. So the system actually has to slow down as we get more of that wrap in the system. And then it gets to the point every 2 or 3 hours where we have to shut the system completely down. We have to send people, usually 3 to 4 people inside of the screens with box knives. They have to be harnessed in, and they get inside the screens and have to physically cut the material off the shafts and off the discs. So there is an increased risk of injury when we have to do that. We estimate 20 to 30% of our sorting labor is spent dealing with getting plastic bags and plastic film out of the recycling system. And in the long run, end up costing the general consumers more money.
So how can we as consumers be?
Question?
Oh, hi. So my question is that there are other states and many other countries where there's not even an option at grocery stores, thrift stores for plastic bags, especially not free. So my question is there like an initiative in Florida or maybe federal to get rid of plastic bags in grocery stores? And if there is, how can we support these initiatives?
So these initiatives have come about. So plastic bans have been the first country to ban plastic bags was Ireland, because it was interfering with tourism. People were going and they were seeing the litter of plastic bags. Then they were banned in India because people, as a sanitation, they were putting the bags, they would put their trash in the bag, and then that would end up clogging their storm drain systems. They would deal with flooding, and then cows were ingesting. So the cows were getting sick, and cows are sacred there. In Africa, they've banned them, again, sanitation issues, and it led to things like malaria, and so it's a lot of times these bags have been banned from certain areas. Here in the United States, several countries have attempted to do bans, but the Retailers Association is very powerful, and the Retailers Association has actually turned against municipalities that have done bans. They've been able to sue municipalities that have tried to enact bans, saying that, someone might want that bag, someone might want that straw, and there is a purpose. Like there's people that it's medically necessary for them to have a straw, but we know it's very easy to get straws, reusable. And before fast food, no one was really sitting around the dinner table like drinking beverages with straws and things like that. So bans have been tried. They are, things do come back also. So Miami Beach and Miami-Dade County have been successful in banning like plastic water bottle sales in their concessions. So it's not across the board, but any event that happens through their vendors for their events, you'll no longer see like plastic water bottles. So, but the thing is to voice your concerns, to be civically engaged, and to vote on the things that you care about. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, actually, just one thing that so there is right now there is like no statewide initiative to get rid of plastic bags at grocery stores, because I know, for example, in New York, or I was just recently in Vermont, they don't even you can only have paper bags at the grocery store.
Right. And they have composting on their countertops. So, yeah, there are some states that are certainly more progressive. And you can make those progressive changes for yourself. You can do those things and you could lead by example. So the Gandhi quote that they used was about, being, doing that for yourself, but also role modeling that, and it'll catch on.
Thank you.
And to kind of like piggyback off her question, other countries do have stricter laws on throwing away the trash, like that process in it itself. Is there any legislation working towards that? For like example, what comes to mind would be Germany. It's a bit of a pain in the to throw away stuff there because there's so many laws. Like you have to put certain glasses colors together. It's to that extent, but it does help in the long run when like the waste management facilities have to deal with the waste we create. So is there anything happening in Florida or any like things that we're moving towards any sort of system that would improve that in a sustainable way?
So the incinerator is a hot topic issue happening right now. So there is NIMBY, not in my backyard, and NIMBY is kind of shifting to nope, not on planet Earth. Just to say that we need to do a better job looking at what we're doing with our waste. So some people say you have to stop it at the source. We can't, let's really hold the people accountable who are producing it and making it almost the only option. But currently we don't have something happening like right now, but it is a highly debated item now in this county.
Okay.
What we can show you is what we have done here at FIU, right, to try to promote those things, right, and try to prevent them from happening. So we have worked with Chartwells, and we have continued to work with facilities and recycling, and how we can educate our students to be more mindful and show them exactly what they can do, right? So we'll continue the presentation and give you a little bit more of an insight.
And okay, so reducing. So this is like where we can make a really conscious effort on our own to reduce, reduce our purchases, whether it's clothing or single-use items. That is definitely a big thing for us to do individually, is to reduce, buy less. Reuse. So some of you might have noticed that thrifting is really gaining traction at FIU. A lot of students and student organizations are pulling together their resources saying, I'm kind of finished with this, whether it's a toaster oven or a prom dress, and they are collectively pulling things together and having little thrifting events. We have a student org who is organizing things called Free Cycle. And with housing at Move Out, they always do something where they bring in the Goodwill vans for residents who are moving out who no longer want their items to dispose of, things like that. Another thing that I'll say on reuse before we go into this thing about what items can be recycled is, does anyone here take items like maybe it's a tub of butter or mason jars or spaghetti jars? Do you rinse those out and use them, reuse them? Yes. So that's also another good example of, not just purchasing things that are there to be reused and extend their lifespan, but you can also take things that are very commonly discarded and just repurpose them and reuse them in your own home. So now these are items that can be recycled here at FIU. And this is really confusing. People ask all the time, is this recyclable or not? A lot of times they're looking at the triangle at the bottom of their plastic product. That's telling you the composition, what has gone into the manufacturing of the product, but it doesn't necessarily tell you or guarantee that it's an item that can be recycled. And then there's even other things such as glass that we no longer recycle glass. So glass, styrofoam, those things we don't recycle. But things that we can, what can help clarify, at least here at FIU, if it's narrow neck plastics, so this is a milk jug, it's laundry detergent, it's water bottle. If it's narrow neck plastic, that's you can pretty surely recycle that. And then paper products, that is probably our best recycled item coming from office spaces is paper recycling. And I'm kind of squinting. I'm sure that I'm missing a few things here, but this information can be found on the facilities.fiu.edu site.
So now we have the Fostering Sustainable Campus for the Office of Sustainability Initiatives.
So one of our initiatives is Refills Not Landfills, and we encourage all Panthers to bring their refillable water bottles. Student interns with our office spearheaded a project where they collected the location data of the water fountains and water bottle refill stations. They also collected the counts on the water bottle refill stations. And by refilling, our community has avoided over 4 million single-use plastic water bottles. And you get to enjoy free, cold, filtered water. So here we have sustainable tailgating. Our sustainable tailgating packages include compostable utensils, plates, cups, napkins. It also includes a rental bucket and a bio bag to place the compostables and food scraps. And during football season, you can purchase the package through the event operations website.
So another initiative is Plastics If You Ask. So if you look at the top of that flyer where it says Plastics If You Ask, if you've been dining on campus, you might see this at the register. And this was an initiative that came out about 1.5 years ago, where the campaign was about not distributing things like your cup with the plastic lid or the straw or the plastic bag unless you asked for it. And in that effort, we have reduced a lot of like plastic straws, cup lids, and bags from our waste stream. And with this, we're encouraging people to bring their own utensil sets. By the way, that is a giveaway. We're not just giving away the reusable bags. We also have a reusable utensil set that's made from recycled plastics. Water bottles, as you've seen, Lissette and Jasmine, they both brought theirs. And we don't have any straws with us today, but we do know of a couple of student orgs that'll be giving them out at our sustainability fair at BBC in a few months. So that fifth R is ROT. So ROT has to do with our food scraps. So this is another initiative that we do here on campus. It's not a widespread or campus-wide initiative. We do this in partnership with 8th Street Campus Kitchen, Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism, and the Dietetics and Nutrition Lab. This is all pre-consumer food waste, so that means it's everything that happens in the prep side of things. It's not post-consumer, meaning that what we're composting never made it onto someone's plate. That just has more to do with the capacity and logistics and staff size and things like that, but it is a really wonderful program, and we have demonstration stalls that we're always welcoming volunteers to help us with this initiative. So doing this on a part-time basis, every spring and fall, we're able to collect between 750 to 1,200 pounds of waste. And then from that waste, we get cured compost that is a little bit more than half of those weights. That cured compost goes to the organic garden stalls that are operated by agroecology, where they are then growing foods, herbs, vegetables, things like that, that go to Chaplin School of Hospitality and Tourism. So it's kind of like a full cycle partnership that we have going on. And so these compost stalls are located at the FIU Nature Preserve. Anyone here been to the Nature Preserve? Oh my gosh, awesome, awesome. Any key takeaways from your experience there?
I have noticed a lot of litter in there. There's a lot of beer bottles, a lot of like. But it seems to be managed pretty properly. Besides that, there's some cleanups that I hear happen oftentimes on campus, but there are specific sections of the park that you do see a lot of trash.
Yes.
I was there once, like a few semesters ago. I had to really look for it, but once I look for it, oh my gosh. But when I look up, I'm 5'10", so when I look up, I see greatness, I see trees, but when I look down, so it's like sometimes hard to understand if it's dirty or not, because sometimes just focus on looking straight. So it's really good for people to really like take care of that, because not everyone's going to see it.
Anyone from this side of the room? So yes, we do address these concerns of trash and things like that. I'm constantly sending Lissette pictures like, oh, and because we're trying to, we'd like to kind of identify like where sometimes it looks like somebody just took their whole tailgating event garbage and just dumped it. And we do have volunteer events. It's, 2 or 3 a week, definitely, most Saturdays. And we have people that actually enjoy picking up the trash, but we would enjoy more to see that it's actually making it into the garbage cans. But thank you for paying attention. And there are ways to report these things. We're easy to communicate with. If you spot something, whether it's abandoned pet, someone's emotional therapy, all sorts of things have wound up in the preserve, but you can just send us an email and we'll address that. Thank you. And so this slide is about where to find our volunteering opportunities. There's a website called Give Pulse. The Center for Leadership and Services generously shared access where we can host our events there. And with tracking your hours, so there's, that is a very nice thing that's happening for us. But for the students, even better, you can track your hours no matter where you're volunteering. And you accumulate these hours, and they can go towards things like the Excellence in Civic Engagement. It's a medallion of a distinction that you receive a medallion to wear at graduation to have your whole life. And Honors College, they have a requirement of 20 hours over 2 semesters. And also your hours can be applied towards academic internships. You just need to speak with your academic advisor before reaching out to us for that one.
So our signature events are our sustainability fairs. Please, everyone, mark your calendars. Our next one is going to be on April 8th at the Biscayne Bay campus. And I encourage everyone to join us and go green by taking the Panther Express buses up there. Free for students. So our sustainability fairs help create a culture of environmental stewardship at FIU. The events give students an opportunity to learn more about sustainability initiatives across campus, get involved with student organizations, and make connections with local employers. So the Earth Day 2025 theme is Our Power, Our Planet, and it celebrates renewable energy. We just had a student t-shirt design contest, and the winning artwork will be featured on a t-shirt that's a premium giveaway at the Sustainability Fair.
So we hope that you visit us when we're tabling. We usually table at events such as First Night, Week of Welcome, and volunteer fairs. So tabling is a great way to reach out to the students and be able to share our initiatives, to be able to promote the culture of sustainability on campus, and to help inspire change.
Fostering a sustainable campus, sorry, the trigger happy go too fast. For the parking and transportation. So we are part of our the Department of Parking, Sustainability and Transportation And one of the things that they have done is create the on-demand transportation for Freebie. Freebie offers 3,500 rides a month to students within a 3 miles radius of the campus when you have rides going from and to campus. And you could also go to Engineering Center. They are available 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Friday. And you can request a ride, and they're in a Tesla, so it's electric vehicle, so it doesn't have any CO2 emissions. Our next program is also the Golden Panther Express, which goes from MMC to BBC. We reduce about 11.3 metric tons of CO2 during the year with the amount of students that we transfer and the trips that we do on a yearly basis. We transfer about 1,100 students a day. And as well, also, we do have the CATS that goes to engineering and provide rides from the residents around the area. That's limiting the amount of vehicles on campus. There's a public transportation, and we, the students here on campus do get a 50% discount for the passes. The hub is located on 107th and 17th Street, and it has 4 routes connecting the south, east, and west corridors of Miami-Dade County. We also have the Doral and Sweetwater trolleys that have made the contact to come to campus. They stop at Lot 3 and PG5, and you could connect to the Dolphin Mall or even all the way to Doral on 96th Street. They have, we have also electric vehicle stations around the campus that help promote a lot of sustainable efforts and bring more or reduce the carbon footprint on campus, facilitating the uses for the students to top off the vehicles. The parking guidance system, you believe it or not, but we have around 25,000 cars coming in on campus on a daily basis, in and out, constant motion. Sometimes to drop off students or sometimes just to find parking. And instead of having to go around the campus and circling and wasting your fuel and creating more emissions, this allows you to go directly to the spot that you want. You could have it also on your mobile app, or eventually we'll be able to tell Alexa to tell us, or Siri to tell us where to go when we have a class at the law school at 10 a.m. It will tell us go park in this garage because you have availability there. That's one of the things that they're looking for. We also have free air pumps on campus to enhance fuel efficiency. You know that if you have the correct PSI on your tires, it reduces the amount of fuel consumption in your vehicle. So maintain them always at the correct PSI. And we have now what facilities has done as well.
So FIU's facilities management team oversees the construction of new buildings at FIU. And LEED is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It's a green building rating system, and it covers categories such as water efficiency, sustainable sites, energy and atmosphere, and indoor environmental quality. So at FIU, we have several LEED certified buildings, and pictured here is SIPA 1, which is LEED certified gold. It has a green roof, so it's a 9,100 square foot green roof, and at the time it was built, it was the largest in South Florida. It has some solar panels which provide some of the electricity to the building, but it also has the connection to the FPL meters. They achieved water savings at this building through low flow faucets and toilets. And one of the LEED credits under the indoor environmental air quality category is low emitting materials. So this means like what the product emits into the air. And here the things like paint, carpet, wood, and sealants were low VOC products. LEED also addresses the construction process. And while they were building SIPA 1, they ensured the containment of the soil so that the ponds would not get polluted. And so here we have some LEED Silver certified buildings. This is the Wellness and Recreation Center Edition, and also the Parkview Residence Hall. The Mango Building, the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and the Astro Science Center are also LEED Silver.
And the fostering sustainable campus for Panther Dining.
And so, how many of you all here have eaten at 8th Street Campus Kitchen? Okay, great. So at 8th Street, they do have vegan and vegetarian options available. So there's a section of 8th Street Campus Kitchen called Fresh 52. At Fresh 52, it's a full salad bar with more than 20 salad mix-ins to choose from. There's also soup there too. And it has a specialty station called Rooted that has plant-based options. So going into more detail about Rooted, it's focused on real wholesome foods with minimally processed ingredients that are completely plant-based. The recipes are tailored to an environmentally conscious menu. So if you've ever seen the menus that they have at 8th Street Campus Kitchen, you might have seen these icons before. They identify the menu items that are climate friendly, vegan, and vegetarian. And these are across the different stations. So climate friendly means that it recognizes recipes with a low greenhouse gas emissions. It has agricultural ingredient processing impacts that are lower than 70% of the products assessed by How Good. The vegan options contains no animal ingredients or byproducts, and the vegetarian options contains no meat, poultry, or fish, but it may have eggs and dairy. There's also trayless dining at 8th Street Campus Kitchen, and this has a few benefits. Some of these benefits include reduced water use. It also limits energy use, and there's a reduction in food waste. There's also Reuse Pass at FIU. Has anyone here had the opportunity to use Reuse Pass? Well, hopefully from here you'll be able to learn more about it. It's a borrow and return program for reusable containers that helps to reduce waste, avoid greenhouse gases, and save water. It's currently available at a few locations on campus, including Pincho, 8th Street Campus Kitchen, Pollo Tropical, Sergio's, and also at the Faculty Club for any faculty and staff members. So far, since the program started last year, 4,324 single-use plastic containers have been saved. So what's nice about this program is once you choose Reuse Pass, you can choose it at the locations I listed, or on the Grubhub app, you're able to order it with Reuse Pass, that you're able to have your container for 3 days before you need to return it. And it's also a free program, so it's at no cost. I personally have used Reuse Pass, and I really enjoyed it. Something that I find that works for me is a lot of times I'll just sit in GC to eat, but instead of ordering and getting like a plastic container and then having to increase like the plastic waste on campus, I'll just get Reuse Pass, eat from the container, and then return it when I'm done. So I find that to be very convenient.
We have a question.
Go ahead.
Is it the same price as if you just go and eat there and not take it away?
Yes, it's free if you use it just for one day for that moment when you're eating, or if you take it, it's always free, the Reuse Pass.
I believe you have about 5 days to return the container, but if you're using it right there, her point was that if you're going to Pollo Tropical, instead of them giving it to you in a plastic container, you just take that one, finish your food, toss the food, give the container back, and you're done, and you don't have any waste. Okay? And now, if you have leftovers as well, then you just take it home and bring it back the next day or the following day before they charge you. I believe it's $5, but you have a certain amount of days to return it. Okay? If not, it's completely free, the in and out.
Okay, thanks.
And we have some benchmarking as well that we do.
So all the things that we've been talking about, the facilities, the dining, whether it's the construction or the operations, the transportation, all of these things go into our benchmarking reports. And there are lots of benchmarking reports that the university does, Ashoka, Changemakers, Carnegie, but the ones that our office really pays attention to are the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, where FIU is ranking number 13 in the world. And also FIU is ranking gold in another benchmarking report called STARS. That stands for Sustainability Tracking Assessment and Rating Systems. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about both of those different benchmarking reports. But this slide is pertaining to the Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, where I already mentioned FIU is 13 in the world. We're number 2 in the United States, and number 3 in life below water, number 8 in sustainable communities, and number 32 on life on land. So these are the 2024 rankings. This is with over 2,000 universities from over 125 countries submitting. Does anyone here have a favorite SDG? Or familiar with SDGs? So, okay, we'll talk a little bit. So SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations has 17 of them, and in no particular order, like number 1 is for no poverty, number 13 is for climate action, 5 is for gender equity. So they cover a whole lot of ranges, and these are goals, 17 goals to attain by the year 2030. Okay, sorry that I jumped back and forth on you.
That's okay. I was trying to locate them all so you can see them there.
Yes. And also, I'm so proud of Global Learning for this series of Tuesday Times tables that they are hitting almost every SDG. And so, thank you for that. Thank you for that. So now going back to the STARS report, Sustainability Tracking Assessment and Rating System. This is a transparent self-reporting framework for universities to measure their sustainability performance. The STARS report provides a roadmap for FIU, or for all universities, to further promote their sustainability efforts in the areas of academics, engagement, operations and planning, administration, and innovation and leadership. So when we are doing something phenomenal and it doesn't fall into those categories of operations or academics, a lot of times that'll fall into innovation. So we're really happy to have that innovation and leadership credit. And this is a report that evolves over time. So we have recently achieved gold. We moved from silver to gold status, and they have just changed the version, so we have to relearn the framework, but our goal is to maintain gold for now, and then we'll aim for higher.
And as we continue to look at those efforts, like Connie mentioned, we are looking to implement programs for the departments and different offices to make sure they maintain a green certification to help them reduce and help out during their day-to-day. Also, we're looking at purchasing policies and working together with purchasing and how we can assist and provide some input through the vendors, through business services. Continue that effort either by reduction of plastic or providing aluminum cans instead of plastic cans around, or plastic bottles around campus from Pepsi. Those efforts, little by little, will be showing up on our university. And we're getting to the end of our presentation. Our office is located within Parking and Transportation and PG5 on the first floor. And you could find those as well through the map or our email or phone number to reach to us. And we have a little Kahoot quiz for you guys to some giveaways. Okay, we're good? Beautiful. So we're going to start now.
So the question is, how do you think you can best contribute to fostering a sustainable campus?
Now you're testing. Let's see. Of course. Oh my goodness.
Nice.
All right, for that one, it's all of the above.
Very nice. I don't think we're going to have enough giveaways.
What are the 4 R's of zero waste? So it's refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. I think everyone got that one right.
Oh.
All right, so we have Justin in the lead, and following is Lily. Panthers can register for FIU Nature Preserve Volunteer Days on Give Pulse. This is a true or false question. It's true. We'll have a QR code to our Give Pulse later on if you're interested in volunteering. The next question is, which of the following is a way to break up with single-use plastics? And that one is all of the above. So Justin is holding the lead. And
Where's
next
Justin?
there you go. And next is Sophia. What is the name of the new Panther Dining program that is helping to reduce waste generated by to-go containers? All right, it's Reuse Pass. You're holding the lead. The next sustainability fair will be on Tuesday, April 8th at BBC. This is a true or false question. It's true. What was the 2024 Earth Day theme? All right, planet versus plastics. Yes, 184. So is it one person? All right, good job, good job. All right, oh, Nat's in the lead now. Sorry, Justin. Where is the FIU Office of Sustainability located at MMC? All right, and it's in PG5. What is the name of the initiative that promotes the use of reusable bottles at FIU? It's refills, not landfills. Have it on the bottle here. All right, Brianna's in the lead now. About how many 20-ounce single-use plastic bottles were kept out of landfills by Panthers using refill stations at MMC? This is the last question. $1,689,000.
We should have blurred out the counter.
All right, in third place is Lily. In second place is Sophia. And in first place is Justin.
So as we talked about mindful,
So this QR code, if you scan it, it'll take you to our Give Pulse page where you can sign up for volunteering events at the Nature Preserve. And it's not just volunteering events at the Nature Preserve. We also put up opportunities to volunteer to help us with our sustainability fair. And at BBC, there's going to be the Biscayne Bay cleanup is coming up in March. So, you know, we can post there too as a reminder for you guys to show up and volunteer at that event as well.
So this QR code, if you sign up here, you'll get our email newsletter, which is once or twice a month if you'd like to keep in touch with us.
And we hope that you'll follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is FIU Go Green. And we post updates of different events we have going on.
And if you missed any of these, we have them out in the lobby here.
And we thank you very much for being here today and joining us for our little overview of our office. Please volunteer, be part of it, and we'll make a change. Thank you.